Hey guys, I'm Zoe PNG and welcome to my YouTube channel. For this week's video, I just wanted to do a really chill sit down chit chat with me while I painted this really cute baby deer. First, I just wanted to talk about my paints and the colors and why I'm using them. On my palette, I have a mix of 2 blue hues, 2 red hues, a yellow, a brown, a white, and a black. Specifically for the blues, I use a cyan. I like this because it's a warmer toned blue, and I use this for if I want a vibrant green. This helps with a lot of vegetation and making it look really lively. And whereas for my other blue, I use ultramarine, and this is for anything that I want to darken up or even mute down a bit. I also use this for if I'm doing any purple colors. Now for my reds, I use normally a flame red, which I have here, or I will use a cadmium red, and this is just a very true primary red. And then I use a magenta, which by some people's standards is also a primary color if you're going by the CMYK color wheel. The reason I use a combination of the RYB and CMYK color wheels is because it gives a really easy access to those warm and cool hues. I also use this color method when I'm painting with oils because I find that it allows me to keep those vibrant true colors a lot easier. Regarding the rest of my palette, I use a burnt umber, ivory black, and titanium white. And these colors are really important to me and my painting, and I use them a lot in this painting specifically. My painting method when doing gouache, I always start at the darkest tones and work my way up to the lightest tones. And I really enjoy this method because it really helps me keep those values in check. And for gouache, this is a really easy method for me to do because gouaches are such a thick water-based paint. I really don't like watercolor all that much because I find I have a hard time with it, especially layering the colors and trying to get that effect that I really enjoy. So I really like the fact that I can go from darkest to lightest tone instead with watercolor where you have to go from lightest to darkest tone. I find it a lot more difficult to do it the opposite way. Overall, gouache is truly one of my favorite mediums ever. I've continuously been growing to love it more and more. I used to be a heavily acrylic painter until I moved to oils and really just saw the complete difference in how the mediums worked. And at one point, I really did kind of like watercolor, but I always struggled a lot with it. And then I learned about gouache and I felt like my mind was completely blown because it's that beautiful balance between watercolor and acrylic. I really just adore and cannot stress enough how amazing it is that you can get these super thick and creamy consistencies with the paint, but then you can also thin it out and get that watercolor effect as well. In my upcoming school year at Art University, I'm taking an aqueous materials painting course, which I'm really excited about because I think I'm going to be able to experiment more and venture out with my gouache, but then also I'm hoping I can learn more about these watercolors and try and maybe figure out how I can utilize them better than what I already know. I'm hoping that with this course, I can grow to learn how to use my gouache in a very illustrative style because with my oil painting, I do that in a very fine arts way and I do very specific things with that. Whereas with my gouache, I want to do something different. I want to focus more on that illustrative side of my art creation. And I'm really hoping that this course will allow me to explore that. And I really want to hopefully document it for you guys so you guys can see my process and progression. I'm really excited, but also a bit nervous for my 3rd year of university. I have so many mixed feelings. I don't know. I'm a bit scared because I always know that it's really time consuming and difficult to keep up with. However, I'm just like itching to get back in the studio and keep working on my art. However, I'm really excited to get back into that schedule and routine of art school. I think that, I don't know why, but that routine really just keeps me going and motivated. Whereas sometimes when I'm at home, I can kind of get bored a bit. There's less to do here. So I'm just excited to get back into the studio really and work on those new courses that I have going on. And I feel like this upcoming year is really starting to shape up and turn into what I've been craving from art school. My first year was really cut and dry with having to do all of those mandatory courses. My second year started to pick up a little bit, but I feel like this third year I'm really getting deeper into those specific niches that I've been wanting to work on and really hone in on my craft. Overall, I just have a lot of expectations and excitement surrounding this upcoming year, and I have so many things I want to work on. For one, I really hope I get the chance, or at least time, to try and do some sort of group exhibition. And I also want to try and work for my school's gallery so I can get that experience for later on after I finish school. I know that these are some high expectations, but I really want to do these things, and if I don't push myself, I'm never going to do it. I know that I'm a very introverted and shy person, so if I'm not putting myself out there, I'm never going to do it. This upcoming year, I also really want to focus on my art content creation and specifically my YouTube channel. I'm really hoping that I will have the time between all of my schoolwork to continue to make these videos. I think it would be really fun, and I think some school vlogs would be really interesting, and also recording some of my school projects and endeavors. My reasons for wanting to focus more on my YouTube channel versus, let's say, my TikTok is because the YouTube art community has been such a huge pivotal pillar in my art career. From the ages of literally 10 to 20, like a 10-year difference, I have continuously found multiple other creators who have motivated me and encouraged me to continue working towards my dream. And I also want to be an artist, a part of this community, and helping motivate other artists. Some art content creators on YouTube that I've really been enjoying recently are Emrulo Art, Emily Hughes, Picar Art, and Drawing with Waffles. These people and so many other artists on the platform have such interesting styles, and as well as content creation, and I really aspire and look up to them. And for one, can we just talk about the return of Drawing with Waffles? Honestly, anyone who's been watching art content on YouTube for years knows her and knows of her. She is so iconic, and I used to watch her all the time as a kid, and she honestly was someone that got me into using sketchbooks in the first place. So her finally feeling well again and coming back to YouTube has been so amazing for me. I just feel like my child self is been revived again. But I've also been looking and trying to find new art creators and really look for people who inspire me. So if you guys have any people that you really enjoy and really look up to, please put them in the comments, because I am constantly looking for new artists to follow. I'm also curious as to what videos you guys would like to see, so if you guys have any ideas for me, don't hesitate to comment them or let me know, because I am more than willing to explore and experiment with my videos. I'm really truly having so much fun with making these videos, and I feel like they have really opened me up a lot more, and I feel as though I am more comfortable with being myself here online. Literally only a few weeks ago, I was still terrified to even post my voice online. I feel like I've really grown a lot and, like I said, become more comfortable with my content, and I feel like it's really been such a new outlet of motivation and creativity for me, so I'm really excited about it. I think for next week's video, I'm going to experiment a little bit with a vlog style. I've been really wanting to go to a cafe, which I haven't done in a while. I always like to just go and get, a little drink and sit down and sketch. So I'm gonna see what I can do. Hopefully it turns out well, but you never know. So yeah. But like I said, it's really important for me to be experimenting with these things, especially now that I have time for it. And if I don't do it, I'm never gonna do it. So I'm just really trying to push myself and get myself out there. I had a lot of fun doing this painting. It was honestly really relaxing and just nice to sit down and take out those paintbrushes. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chill sit-down painting session with a little bit of a chit-chat. I thought it was really nice and just relaxing, so I thought you guys might like it as well. But again, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!